Microphone check. 1, 2. Alright. It's time to do the daily problem. Maybe. Number of unique XOR triplets. You are given an integer array nums of length n, where nums is a permutation of the numbers in the range 1 to n. An XOR triplet is defined as the XOR of 3 elements: nums I XOR nums j XOR nums k. Return the number of unique XOR triplet values from all possible triplets. How are we gonna do this? Let me see when I solved it a year ago. 10 to the 5th n. Nums is a permutation of integers from 1 to n. Return the number of unique XOR triplet values from all possible triplets. So example 1, with the numbers 1, 2, there's only 2 possible values. Alright, let's try and see what we can figure out for this problem. So let me look at example 1. We got the values 1 and we got the values 2. And they say we can only get 2 unique values from all XOR triplets. 3 elements. How are we gonna do this? I got nothing right now. Nothing, no ideas except to just like take a look at the bits. I know XOR it's like you flip it, it's either a 0 or a 1. It's kind of like parity. If there's an odd amount, then the value stays. If there's an even amount, that bit gets turned off. From all possible triplets. I, J, and K. But I can't just go IJK and store all the triplets because that's not bumping. Alright, so XOR, the same number XOR'd by itself is 0, but then the same number XOR'd by itself 3 times like this is itself. So my first observation is at least every number in nums is gonna be a unique number in the XOR triplet values. So it's at least the amount of unique numbers in nums. That's observation number 1. Observation number 2 is, I guess this case, there exists a triplet where the 2 values are the same and 1 value is different. Then it's just going to be that different value because the 2 same values are going to XOR and cancel themselves out. So this again is saying every number is unique Each unique number is going to be a part of the answer. So these two are kind of like the same. These triplet values. And I guess this one is kind of like the same as that one. So then, and this one is the same as this one. So then there's one final case where it's like all the numbers are different, like 0, 1, 2, and the actual values themselves are different. How does that look? Let's see with 3, 1, 2. Man, is this some kind of like power of 2 thing, man? Because it's 1 through n, so it's making me feel like it is 2 to the something. 2 to the n minus 1. Is something silly like that? To the n minus. Should we enumerate all the triplets for like an example with n equals to 4? And if so, is the answer gonna be 8? I think I'm just gonna try that, man, and see what happens. I'm not gonna do the test case. I'm just gonna return 2 to the n minus 1. We'll see how that goes, man. Not really. Not. Oh, Brett, what's happening? You're close? Yeah, it feels like one of them trick questions. And I know this 1 to n has something to do with it. So, alright, there's for sure gonna be at least n numbers. And then it's like, should also know that 2 to, oh yeah, 2 to n minus 1. I should have realized that, Brett. That was a little bit silly of me to just dive right in. It's because I hyper focused on examples 1 and 2. But you're right, man. Imagine 2 to the, I don't even know how big that number would be. Alright, so it's at least n plus, it's like, how do I figure out the rest? Because we're saying the only triplets, like this is gonna just be the one number, this is just one number, this is just one number, all these are just one numbers. Why do you think it was 2 to the something? Because of example 1 and 2. I'm not gonna lie. Because and I guess there's like each bit place, and what am I thinking, man? How many bit places? Well, it's up until 2 to the, how do you say this in math terms, man? How many bit places are there? It's however many 2 to the what power is equal to n. What do you call that, man? It's something. It's the log, right? Is it log? Log n? Yeah. I guess so. It is the log, huh? So it's log n bit places. So it's 2 to the log n? What the heck? No, that can't be right. because like you could turn off, well, the rounded version of log, like log, like round down. Yeah, this one is very mathy, huh? You just compute the number of bit places manually. I see. Alright, if I were to do that, it would, so n is however many is the biggest number, so it'd just be like well, should I make a new n? I don't even need n. Is there an easier way to do that? That would be like how many bit places there are, right? Alright, I'll try this. 2 bits. Yeah, this one will be 2 bits, but then I guess the number 3 isn't there, which would be I guess because it doesn't, it's like rounded floor or something, but how would you floor that? I don't know what I'm saying anymore, man. But this one, there's only 2 bits, but there's no 3 where both bits get set. So then I guess wait, what would 3 divided by 2 is 1. This would give me the same 2 bits, right? I'm not sure. It's like if it's an odd or even value. Oh, you think that's an edge case? Man. Let me see. Is that true, Brett? I'll try it, but I don't really know why. Let's see. That's crazy, man. It's like, how does it work? Like, I can feel it's something to do with the bits, and because it says 1 to n, usually I think about like how many bits are set in the maximum, and then because it's 3 numbers, I suppose, like this example kind of shows you can by getting creative with the numbers that you select, you can like basically turn off any position. Like if you have 1 bit, you can turn off that 1 bit anytime by just including 1 XOR in there, or XOR 1. Any of the singular powers, you can turn off any of those bits by just including it. So I guess that's what it takes some pretty good observations to notice those things, I'd say. I don't think I'd have gotten this problem without Brett guiding me. And dang, look at that, 29% acceptance rate. When n is less than 2, you don't have enough freedom. I see. Like there's not enough numbers or something. Like you don't have that third number to play around with. Yeah. Yeah, since you have to repeat a number. What is the maximum and minimum value we can obtain? Alright, well, thank you very much, Brett. It's a difficult problem, I'd say. Let me see what I did last time. When was this? 1 year ago, man. I spent a lot of time trying to figure this one out, for sure. Who knows? That was a wrong answer for sure. And then I enumerated all, or just somehow just guessed this, I guess. Anyways, I think I will do a virtual contest that I missed. Which one was the last one I took? 511, 180, 505. So I'll do whichever one is before 505. 184. Did I do 184? No. Alright, 184. Here we go. Continue. Exactly one consecutive set bits pair. You're given an integer n. Return true if its binary representation contains exactly one adjacent pair of set bits, and false otherwise. Alright, I guess we're just looking for the bits. So n mod 2 is the bit. I guess, how do you do this? Just push back the bit. So those are all the bits, and then I'll just iterate through. And then I'll say if bits I equal I minus 1, and if it's set, then increase our count. And then we're just going to return that count is equal to 1, I think. So we should get true and false. True, false. Should I send it? I'm gonna send it. Alright, easy Q1. Next question, Q2. Minimum energy to maintain brightness. You're given an integer n representing n light bulbs arranged in a line and indexed from 0 to n minus 1. You're also given an integer brightness and a 2D integer array intervals, where intervals I equal start end represents an inclusive time interval during which the light requirement must be satisfied. At each time unit, every bulb can independently be either on or off. A bulb that is on illuminates its own position and its adjacent positions if they exist. The total illumination at a time unit is the number of illuminated positions. Each position is counted at most once. For every integer time covered by at least one interval in intervals, the total illumination must be at least the brightness. At time units not covered by any intervals, all bulbs may remain off. Each bulb that is on consumes 1 unit of energy for that time unit. Return an integer denoting the minimum total energy required. I gotta look at examples to fully understand. So I got one interval. What are they talking about, man? So let's say, what is n? Light bulbs arranged in a line to n minus 1. Alright, these are light bulbs. brightness is 5, and then our intervals is that. So turn on the light bulb at position 1 and 4. Oh, the brightness is like how far? What is the brightness? Okay, so 6 through 12. I don't understand, man. High potential, welcome to the party. All 5 positions are illuminated so the required brightness is reached. So the interval has 7 length. 2 times 7. Alright, I see. So how come everything is illuminated there? Oh, because it illuminates its own position and its adjacent positions. I see. Okay. So what do they want, man? For every integer time unit covered by at least one interval. Oh, the total illumination. So the total number of bulbs. No. The total number of spots should be at least. I see what they're saying. How are we gonna do this? This feels like I should be able to do it real quick, but I'm struggling to think of what to do quickly. So first, I think I need to figure out. I guess the lines are always gonna be the same. It's like n divided by 3 is how many bulbs you need to light up the whole thing. But you don't need the whole thing, you need brightness. So I guess it's brightness. Let me look at example 2. Zoogod 5000. Welcome to the party. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. Just got back into streaming after a few months off. Trying to just practice LeetCode right now. Alright, so this one, they say n is 2, so we only got 2 bulbs. Brightness 1. And these are intervals. So I mean, are they just asking me to count my intervals? And multiply it by a brightness over 3 ceiling? That's what it sounds like, man. So this interval would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brightness is 2, but you can achieve that with only 1 bulb. So then it's, wait, 6, 4. Wait, why is it 4? Oh, because it's it's not inclusive of the end. Didn't it say it's inclusive? So inclusive means 1, 2, and 3, or just 1 and 2? It looks like just 1 and 2 in this case. Wait, I'm confusing myself. 1, oh, because there's overlap. Hold on. I'm almost there, man. Let me just do it this way. So 1, 2, 3. So they're asking me to merge intervals and then get the size of all the intervals. Alright, they're just asking me to merge intervals right here, man. So let me do that real quick. How do you merge intervals, man? We just did it. Good to hear. I missed the 2022 to 23 era of watching your streams. Hey, I've been streaming pretty much the same stuff. What happened in that era? Nothing crazy, right? It's just regular LeetCode. I don't think much has changed. Dang, it's been a while now. This is my 5th year streaming. Alright, so we're trying to merge intervals here. Vector, previous. Alright, let's do that. And let's iterate through. Start from 1. I think it was just I was also silently grinding along with you. Been chasing that grind feeling ever since. Work is too much. I see. Yeah, I guess I haven't really grinded in a while, but I'm starting to grind now, but not grinding algorithms, man. I'm just grinding my own life or something. But yeah, I miss my original grind, my 2021 grind. That was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of excitement for me, and it felt like, I don't know, it felt like, you know, it was fun to come up like that. Alright, here we go. Merging intervals. So previous, we gotta check if they overlap with the previous. So if how do you check if they overlap? If previous, if the start, wait, how do I do it again? The min of the maxes and the max of the mins. And then how do I say, if the max of the mins, I always have to look at this shit, man. So the mins of the maxes is this, and the max of the mins. So if the mins, let me see if that don't overlap. So if the mins of the maxes is less than the max of the mins, they do not overlap. Otherwise, they overlap. This might be less than equal to or something. I'm not actually sure yet. Alright, let's see if does 0, 1 and 1, 2 overlap? Yes, because it's inclusive. So I'll put this as less than equal to. Alright, so no. I'll leave that as this. They do not. They overlap here. So if they overlap, my new interval is just this. The min of the mins and the max of the maxes. And if they do not overlap, then I have to push that previous interval into my merged, and my new previous becomes the current. That's how I do my merge intervals, and then after the loop you push back the previous. So alright, so we just merged intervals. Now I guess the multiplication is like brightness divided by 3 ceiling. perhaps. Is it ceiling? I'm not even sure, man. Yeah. And now we want to count like the total intervals. I suppose, you know what? I guess we don't even really need to do that, because we could do that like right here. As we push it back, we can just increase this by however long the interval was. Is it +1? Yes. Man, I'm always not sure if I have to put parentheses here, man. Maybe I should study PEMDAS. I'm just gonna leave them out to see what's up. Because maybe you do it from left to right in that case. Because I always want this one to do first and then I add one. Anyways, so and I think now we just well, we have to do it one more time here as well. Head tennis. What's poppin'? We coding? Yeah. Coding in 2026? Who does that, man? That's crazy talk. Well, that's what we out here doing, man. Alright, 14, yes. 2, yes. And 4. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about this, except I almost thought I was feeling good about this until I saw the return type. Let me look at the intervals as well. Start end intervals. Alright, I think those don't need to be long. But this one, alright, I'm ready to send it. Come on, man. How you doing, Head Tennis? What's been poppin', man? Come on. Been working on a paper. What do you mean a paper? Like a thesis or white paper or something? I don't know anything about papers, man. Alright, so something I did not take into consideration is n. I don't even think about what n is. And how does it affect? Does it affect anything for me? Probably. Dissertation for a PhD. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know anything about PhDs, man, but it sounds tough. Like, I don't even really know what a dissertation is. I hear people talking about it, but I don't actually know, you know. I guess it's really difficult and takes up a lot of time. Alright, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, there's a bug in my code. You know what the bug is? I didn't sort my intervals, man. Jesus. Because I'm processing like, what? These should have been merged. But I'm processing this and I forgot to sort them. So I think it's gonna pass now that we've sorted. Not feeling great about forgetting to do that. Come on, man. How come this one messed up now? So I only got that one. Did I put a bug in here? Or is it just bad? Let me see what's going on here. So I'm supposed to do this but I'm only getting that. So it's like, feels like it's not. Oh, you know what? Come on. What a silly bug again. I take my previous before I sort the thing, man. These wrong answers I feel don't really count, but it does count. There's my 13. Alright, this time is gonna work for sure. Jesus Christ. Anyways, it's just a research paper. It's the first 5 chapters of a book. What kind of book, man? You gotta tell me these things. Hey, somebody from YouTube, message retracted. Sorry. Alright. Before my next stream, I'm gonna put YouTube chat up on my dang screen, man, because everybody comes in here on YouTube. They leave a message and then they think it's a recording, man, because it doesn't pop up on the screen. But it's all good. Alright, next question. Mine is on Bastion nodes for protecting HPC environment, systems engineering. Hey, when I was in school, people used to tell me that in order to get a PhD, you basically have to discover something new, or invent something, or, you know, come up with some new proof or theory or something like that. Is that what you're doing right now, man? You're coming up with like some brand new thing no one has ever done? I don't like, again, I don't know anything about PhDs, you know? It's not that crazy, it's more just add to the body of knowledge. Sounds crazy. Alright, let's see. Q3. Maximum total value of covered indices. You are given an integer array nums of length n and a binary string s of length n, where si equal 1, meaning index I initially contains a token, and si equals 0, means it does not. You may perform the following operation any number of times. Choose a token currently located at index I, where I is greater than 0, such that this token has not been moved before. Move this token from index I to index I minus 1. An index is considered covered if it contains a token after all moves. Return an integer denoting the maximum total value of nums at the covered indices after optimally performing the operations. Oh no. Again, I don't ever know what the problem is asking the first time I read it. But let me look at an example. Nums 9261 S0101. And what are we trying to do, man? Choose a token and move it backwards. I see. Okay, so you're just trying to move these tokens to the highest places, and they say 9 and okay, so it's just like, I can do this, man. It's just like asking what's the previous max. I think I can do it. Is it previous max? Let's try. So max is just num 0. I'm gonna iterate from I equal 1. And then I'm gonna say if the current index is a token, then interesting. Is it like greedy where you just set it to the max that we've seen so far? Or is it something else? Because we can move it back. Oh, you can only move it one time? You can only move it one time? So is it just like take it or leave it? Either you move it or you don't. And if you move it, you get the previous points. And if you don't move it, you get the current points. Let me try that, man. And then you just cache on index I. So let's see if we can do it like that. And this is gonna return some number. Long. Alright, so first things first, if we go out of bounds, we're just gonna return 0 because we can't get any more numbers. And then take it as is, move it back. I guess you can only move it one time. Let me start at index 1. Alright, here we go, man. So take it as is would be you add whatever number at I and then you DP. And then if you move it back, it's gonna be you take whatever number is at I minus 1 plus equal, and then you DP. And then we just want the maximum of these two. And then we have to cache. But I will see if it's correct for the examples first. Uh-oh. 15. How am I gonna get 21, man? Because I don't check. I don't, let me think about this a little bit more. So if it's a 1, then we can take it. And then if the previous one is a 1, I guess. Oh, I see. What am I seeing? I'm seeing like there could be a case where we have two, like this one, 2 1s in a row, and if the first one we don't ever move it back, then the next one we can't move it back. So maybe we need one more, like a boolean, previous free or something. And then yeah, I think now we can be like if 1 and previous is free, then now the previous is free here, and this one previous is free is false. And then we'll start this. Previous free is the first element of nums equals 0. So let's see if this gives us the correct answer. No, hold on. Come on, man. What did I do wrong now? Num's eyes set and is the previous free? Something ain't right, clearly. Oh wait, this should not be nums 0. This should be S0 equals 0. Jesus. But still, doesn't look right. Oh, here's another bug. SI I'm looking for, not nums. Come on, man. Come on. But it's still not correct, man. Coding with Mead. Coding with me ID. What's happening? Welcome to the party. Alright, let me see. Which other bugs do I have? So S. If SI is a 1, we have a token. Right? And so we can either take it as is, or if it's 1 and the previous is free, then we take the previous one. I don't know where I'm going wrong here, man. Is previous free? It should be true. So this one, we should get 9 points. All right, let me do some C outs or something. I feel like this problem shouldn't be too bad. Index 1 is only going up to 2. Nums dot size. So it's going index 1, 2, 3. What is it doing, man? Oh, I think I see. Otherwise, if it's a 0, then I see where I went wrong. I just do I skip? No token? I guess we can always, no, we can't skip. That is called DPI plus 1, and then yeah, I guess that's the case I'm missing. So I'm saying if the token is there, if it's there, we try and take it. If it's there and the previous thing is free, we try and move it back. But if it's not there, I kind of end early. So if it's not there, I guess also this only does one or the other. Man, I'm writing some real bad code right now, man. I'm rusty. That's why. Nobody codes anymore either. Alright, there we go. And then we still have the cache. There we go. 15, 4, and 14. Now let's do our cache. Our cache is gonna be, I guess, a long of size 2. Wait, I always forget which one is better. Yeah, I think this one is better. The smaller one's on the outside. And this one is of size N plus 1 for good luck. And if we've seen this before, we should return it. Otherwise, we set it. Alright. I'm feeling good about this one now, man. Except maybe we might get an overflow, actually. Let me fix that. Put these as longs. This returns long. The cache is long. Ants is long. Yeah, we're all good. Alright, here we go, man. I'm about to submit. Come on. Come on, man. Why did I do that? I've been following these, reading this stuff, and it tripped me up, man. Silly mistake. So I'm starting at the wrong index. I should start at 0, and then I should check and then I'll just put false here for is previous free. So I guess this could be true. Alright, I think that's gonna be alright now, man. Try to submit. It's only a virtual, man. Nobody cares. Easy work. Alright, Q4. Uncertain if I want to attempt Q4, but I will read it. Ugh. Greatest common divisor. Maximum score with coprime elements. You're given an integer array nums of length n and an integer max val. You may change any element in nums to any positive integer less than or equal to max val. Each such change costs 1. Two integers are coprime if their greatest common divisor is 1. After all modifications, you must choose an index I such that nums I is coprime with every other element nums j. I don't think I can do this. Let selected value be the final value of nums I after modifications. Modification cost be the total number of elements changed. The score is defined as this. Return the maximum possible score. Nums coprimes. Less than or equal to max val. So you change this to 5. I'm not gonna do it, man. It's too much for me. Let's see where we're at with this ranking stuff. 2803. Does that include with my wrong submissions? Interesting. Alright, well, that's a virtual contest. Should I do another one? Yeah. Which one was that? Was it 184? Yeah, it was. Alright, what else we got, man? 504. Weekly contest 504. Should I start now? Here we go. Q1, digit frequency score. You're given an integer n. The score of n is defined as a sum of d times the frequency of d over all distinct digits, where frequency d denotes the number of times the digit appears in n. Return an integer denoting the score of n. Alright, frequency. How many times the digit appears. That's the digit. Increment the frequency. Divide by 10. And now the answer is the digit. So that would be 0 times that, right? I think so. So we should get 5 and 2. 5, 2. Send it. Q1, easy. Next, Q2. Maximum number of items from sale, part 1. Kareem Chemo, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, you are given a 2D integer array items where items I equal factor price represents the ith item. You're also given an integer budget. There are unlimited copies of each item available for purchase. You may buy any number of copies of any items such that the total cost of purchased copies is at most budget. After buying items, you may receive free copies according to the following rules. For each item I that you bought at least one copy of, you receive one free copy of every item j such that j not equal I and factor I divides factor j. Buying multiple copies of the same item do not give additional free copies through item I. The same item j can be received multiple times for free if it is received from purchases of different item types. Return the maximum total number of item copies you can obtain, including both purchased copies and free copies, while spending at most budget on purchased items. What They talking about, man? Okay, so let's look. Here are the items, and our budget is 9. So say the answer is 4. So we can buy 2 copies of item 0. Okay. And 1 copy of item 2. So 4 each, and then this one is 4. So that's 8, which is not greater than budget 9. Buying item 2 gives 1 free copy of item 0, because factor 2 equal 3 divides factor 0, 6. What kind of question is this, man? Oh, 1,000 items. So this is not some ON type thing. It's probably some N squared type thing. Alright. So how do you know how many dang free copies you get, man? For each item I that you bought at least 1 copy of, you receive 1 free copy. For every item I or every item J. So this is our factor. Factor 2. Yami Marzin. What's poppin'? Thank you very much for that Prime subscription. How are you doing, man? Look at that. Thank you so much. Doing good. Just finished some SQL LeetCode. Oh yeah, dang. It's funny because I've never really done any SQL LeetCode. I tried it a couple times, but I don't really know SQL like that. Why are you doing SQL LeetCode? Are you preparing for database stuff? Or just for fun? Or what? Factor I divides factor J. Alright, let me look at example 2. Data engineer, I see. So I guess, wait, in data engineering interviews, they ask you, I guess, like SQL questions, like how we get LeetCode regular algorithm questions, or what? Alright, example 2 will probably hold the keys. They buy 1 copy of item 0, 1 copy of item 1, and 2 copies of item 2. SQL, Python, sometimes pandas, data modeling questions. Yeah, I don't know any of those things, man, but I'm not a data engineer. I think I messed with pandas a couple times. Messed with some SQL every now and then, but usually I just, before AI at least, I just Google all the SQL stuff. I'm not a real good SQL person. Alright, this problem is tripping me out, man. So if you bought these things, so I'm wondering if I have to. Okay, I have some ideas now. I think I can solve this problem. Maybe I have to like do some looking ahead, and I have to do some n squared thing to remember for every one of these items I buy, how many of those items would I get? Like, how many extra free items would I get? I think I need that information, and then it's basically just knapsack after I can figure that part out, I think. So let's see. SQL can be fun sometimes and frustrating other depending on the question. Yeah, I actually had a lot of fun trying to figure out the SQL queries for all the data that I used to try and pull and analyze or whatever. But I don't know if I'd have lots of fun if I had to do that all the time. Background store 444. What's poppin'? How is the market for a data engineer compared to SWE? Yeah, I don't know. I guess you'd have to be a data engineer and a SWE to know that. Or have a lot of SWE friends. Or data engineer friends if you're a SWE. Alright, I think I can solve this problem though. Wait, can I? Wait. Factor I divides factor J. Two copies. Wait, let me read this one more time. Because how many free copies can you get? For each item I that you bought at least one copy of, you receive one free copy if it's divisible. So up to one per. Wait. Both buying multiple copies of the same item I does not give additional free copies through item I. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. So I'll make a thing called extras or something. Maybe hitting the caps lock for a sequel. Yeah, I don't even do any caps lock, nothing, man. I just type my sequel in all lowercase. Depends with AI and things. I hear it's pretty good. I'm just practicing to start before I start applying for jobs. Addy0616, what's happening? Can you explain today problem of the day? I don't know, man. I don't know if I know that problem that well. I did it earlier, but I can't explain it, man. But it has to do with the maximum number of bits set in the number, because since it's from 1 to n, the maximum number of bits set in n will determine how many numbers you can have, because basically you can create any number with those bits up to n. So it's like you can pretty much create any number up to n, man. So it's just 2 to the n bits, but there's an edge case when the number is 2 or less, because there's only 2 numbers. You can't do any cool tricks with the XORs, because 2 numbers XOR together cancels out. And I guess if you only have 2 numbers, it's either this one or that one, because if you choose 2 of any of the other, it cancels out. But I don't know, man. This problem is a little trippy to me. I can't like fully see everything, but I have some like small intuition about the bits when I see it. I needed help to solve this one, so that's the best I can do, man. The data engineer job is thankless, though. I will say you are the guy in the background that nobody knows. Is that good or bad? Is that what you want? Or do you want to be the rock star? Alright, so alright, I'm gonna say if items j is it divides factor j. I don't know what divides mean, man. Is it like divide fully, or let's see. They say buying item 0 gives 1 free copy of 2, 3, and 4. I guess this is a factor. Okay, I'm gonna just say if it's bigger. So if items j is bigger than equal to items I, then we can get some extras. And then alright, so now we calculate how many extra we get. Then now we just do a knapsack with the budget, I think. So let's try that. The knapsack time. So this is gonna return an int. And so we're trying to do knapsack. We can buy unlimited copies of each item available for purchase. So should I have it? So this is n squared already right here. So if I do knapsack now, what do I have to remember? I just need to know what my budget is. So I'll say K. It's how much money I got left. Let me see what the budget is up to. 15 hundo. Man. Alright, let's see. So if I goes out of bounds, that means we're done and we can't make any more, get any more copies of anything. So I'll just return 0. And then now for each index, we have to make a choice. And that choice is, should we buy this book or should we continue? And now I'm wondering if I need another boolean here, like already bought. Alright, so if we're out of bounds, we're done. That's the base case. But for every index, we have a few choices. The choices are, we can buy that book at that index and then check to see if we want to buy another one. Or wait, no, we can buy that book at that index and then maybe buy another one. Or we can buy that book at that index and then definitely don't buy another one and go to the next one. Or we can not buy that book and just skip it completely. So those are the three cases. So it would be like buy and repeat, buy and skip, and just skip. Those are the three choices we gotta make, man. Alright, so buy and repeat. Let's do that one first. So if what's the thing called? Items. So if items I price, this is the price. So the price is less than our budget that we have left, then we can buy it. Yami Marzin, see you later, man. Thank you very much for that Prime, and have a good night. Enjoy yourself out there. Alright, so this means that we can purchase that book. So buy and repeat would be wait, what's our gain? So our gain would be, if we already bought, or if we haven't already bought this book or this item, then we get extra gain. Otherwise the gain is just one book per item bought. So buy and repeat is equal to however gain plus DP, and DPI is the same index because we're repeating the choice at that index again. And this boolean already bought would be true because we just bought it. So we can either buy and repeat, or we can buy and skip. And in skip we'll go DPI plus 1, and already bought for the next index would be false. And then we can skip every time. So if we skip, we don't get any additional books. We just go to the next index, and that's it. And then we need to return the maximum of all of these. I think this is how we can solve it, man. And then I have to cache it. Let's see if it's correct first. Compile error, of course. Repeat. Forgot the K. The K is gonna be K minus items I1. And here, when we skip, the K is unchanged. K is our budget, like how much money we got left. Come on, who put these errors there, man? Alright, let's see. 4, yes, and 10. Oh, that is incorrect. I got 13, so I'm getting too many Too many extras or something, man. Let me think. Where would I be messing up, man? So if we buy and repeat, I plus 1. If so, I'm getting 13. Wait, what? I'm getting 13. How do I debug this, man? It's gonna be tough. Tough to debug these types of problems for me. At least with like printing couts and stuff, man. So should I try or should I just eyeball it? Suvajit, what's happened? Really cool, you're solving LeetCode. What do you do for a living? Are you a software developer? Right now, I am unemployed, but I used to be a software engineer. Now I'm just a bum. Professional bum. Oh. No. If the item price... This is the price, right? So if the item price is less than equal to K, we can purchase it. Maybe my extras is incorrect. My extras calculation. Maybe it's like it actually divides, but this one says buying item 0, a factor of 2. Yeah, maybe it means this instead, actually. Like it divides in good, you know. Wait, what does that mean? Oh. Oh. Oh, that's a bug for sure, man. So if items I 0, all right, we got 4 and 10 and 10. All right, now I'm feeling pretty good. Except I have not cached this, so it's gonna time out. So let me cache it real quick. We need it on the size, which is n. Need a triple. I guess I'll put the boolean first, and then k, which is the budget, and then I'll put n, or whatever, man. It's all good either way, I think. Alright, so now we'll just check that cache. So I say already bought, and then the budget, and then I. Is it gonna work? We'll see. Still 10, still 4. All right, I'm gonna send it. Let me just do one quick look for overflows. Can we overflow? I don't think we will. I'm gonna send it. Oh yeah, not bad. Took me a little bit to understand the problem, but it's really just knapsack. I like it. Next problem. Q3. Maximum number of items for sale. Part 2. You're given a 2D integer array. Hold on. Is it the same? It's a little different. You're given a 2D integer array items where items I equal factor price represents the ith item. You're also given an integer budget. There are unlimited copies of each item available for purchase. You may buy any number of copies of any item such that the total cost of the purchased copies is at most budget. After buying items, you may receive free copies according to the following rules. Each purchased copy of item I can give you at most one free copy of another item J. The free item must satisfy I not equal to J, and factor I divides factor J. For each ordered pair IJ, you can receive a free copy of item J from purchases of item I at most once, regardless of how many copies of item buy you buy. The same item J can be received multiple times for free if it is received if it is received from purchases from different item types. Return the maximum total number of item copies you can obtain, including both purchase copies and free copies. So it's the same question, except it's 10 to the 5th, and our budget is up to 1 billion. So we can no longer do the knapsack. The knapsack was, I guess, the naive solution here. Because the constraints allowed it. But now the constraints will not allow the knapsack. So maybe there's a different way we can approach this. I mean, for sure there's a different way. We just got to figure it out. Maybe there's some way to greedily select the books that you'd purchase. So perhaps what we'd want to figure out is how many extras per thing. Maybe this is some type of priority queue, or no, we have a budget, so I think we still need to calculate the extras thing, but in the part 1 problem, we calculated that in n squared, so I don't think we can do that the same way, n squared there, man. We gotta figure out a different way. Maybe... Alright, one thing I'm not certain about is this part actually mod, or can I say greater than equal to? I'm gonna try that, because if it needs to divide exactly versus if it just needs to be greater, maybe that, alright, it seems it needs to divide exactly. Because I was gonna say maybe there's something we can do there, but perhaps, let me think again. Could you do it in Python? I'm not too familiar with Python. I can only solve like super basic problems in Python. No stress. Well, well, well. Look who it is. It's no stress. Oh, Q3. How the hell are we gonna do this, man? Alright, we gotta figure out how many extras each book purchase will give us in like ON or N log N time. But how do you do that? All we need to do is know, is it some type of two-sum stuff, or maybe sorting? Let's think, man. Maybe if we do purchase a book, no, it's tough, I must say. I need to figure out how I can figure out if a number is divisible by another number. How do we know that, man? So here we don't get any extra copies, does it? No. So purchasing item 0 gives a free copy of item. Oh, because 1 and 3. So item, if you purchase item 0, we get these copies. So if it's a 1, enough stuff. What's happening? LeetCode and chill is back. Yeah. It doesn't feel like chilling right now because this problem is hard. But I am back. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays for now. I will probably increase the amount of time I stream slowly. But right now we're just doing those 3 days a week. I think once I get Algo Blazor up and running, maybe I'll stream more. But until then, I'm just chilling. Not chilling, man. I'm working on it offline. Man, how do you do? Is this problem too hard for me? How do you know? Right now, I'm trying to figure out how many extra books will I get if I purchased any index. That's where I'm not sure how to calculate that in better than n squared. Right now I have it in n squared, but there must be a way, you know. Ten to the fifth. So if we look at all of our factors, 1, 2, 3. I mean, 1 goes into both of them. If you buy 2, you won't get anything free. I don't know what to do. I was thinking like trying to sort by the factors. Some type of GCD stuff, man. I might have to give up or go look at some hints, because also like not that many people solve this problem, which makes me a little scared. Look, more people solved Q4 than Q3, but maximum number of items from sale. part 2. Let's take a little peek, man. Alright, what should I look at the hints or should I look at the topic? Or should I think a little bit more? So 2. Yeah, I cannot figure out how to know how many extra copies for each book. Which language you are written in? I do C++. At least 99% of the time I'm doing C++. Alright, let me look at the topics here because I don't know what to do, man. Greedy, priority queue, sorting. Yes. I did think of a priority queue, but I'm still stuck on... I guess we'd have to sort... Maybe find out... Huh. I don't know what to do. Let me read a hint. For each item I, compute gain I is the number of other items j such that factor I divides factor j. This can be done by counting factors and iterating over multiples. What is counting factors, man? Iterating over multiples. Do they mean that I do a frequency count of all the factors in there? And then... So if they gave me a factor of 2... I don't know. Faisal and Fine. What's happening? Welcome. Should I continue reading hints? If you buy C copies of item I, contribute C plus minimum C gain total copies, because only the first gain I purchase copies can be matched to distinct free items. I don't know what to do, but I gotta pee real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I think this problem might be too hard for me, man. All right, I give up on that problem. I give up on the next problem too, man. This contest is too hard. Which contest was it? This one? Crushed. I'm doing real bad on these virtual contests, man. What should I do now? Should I do one more? Maybe I have time for one more. Does this one 504? Too hard. Q2 gang. Alright, one more. And then that's it. So what's 503? 503. Limit occurrences in sorted array. You are given a sorted integer array nums and an integer k. Return an array such that each distinct element appears at most k times while preserving the relative order of the elements in nums. If a distinct element appears at least k times, then it must appear exactly k times in the resulting array. I suppose this is just a counting frequency count type problem. So I'll iterate through the array, and I'm just going to count the numbers. So the frequency count, and then if that frequency is greater than k, I'll continue. Otherwise, I'll push it back. So I should get 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Send it? Sure. Alright. Easy Q1. Q2. Password strength. You're given a string password. The strength of a password is calculated based on the following rules. 1 point for each distinct lowercase letter A to Z, 2 points for each distinct uppercase letter, 3 points for each distinct digit, and 5 points for each distinct special character from this set. Each character contributes at most once, even if it appears multiple times. Alright, this one sounds alright. So, lowercase, uppercase, and Campibara, thank you very much for the follow. And they say each thing counts only once, so I'll use an unordered set of chars to keep track of which numbers I've calculated. And then I'll iterate through each character and I'll just check if it's I'll just do some caveman style. So if character is A, is it like is lower, is upper? Do they have a is lower? All right, they do. So if it's lower, is upper. If it's a digit, or if I'll make a new function, is special. All right, so how do we know if it's special? If it's one of these weird characters. LPA Media Meta BHZ. Thank you very much for the follow. All right. All right, so those are all the cases. So 1 point for this, 2 points for upper, 3 points for digits, and 5 points for a special case. But then we're gonna check if the set contains, if the set contains it, then we should just skip that character because we've already counted it towards our thing. Bet Simp, what's poppin'? I am back. I'm back in action with slightly reduced streaming hours. But here, all right, 11:11. Too easy, Q2. Were you in Japan this whole time? I was in Japan for 5 weeks. Hey, Icy Black Deep, welcome. I was in Japan from, I don't remember the dates, June something, no, May 20th to 23rd. I was in Jamaica from 28th to July 5th or 4 or something. And I've been back streaming since, I don't know, July 10th? I don't remember. But I also was in Taiwan and Korea as well before Japan. So I've been doing a lot of traveling, man. Where are you from? Shivam Raj, what's poppin'? Right now, I live in Canada. So you took a long time traveling. Yeah, I took like 2 months to do whatever I felt like to. All right, should we read minimum operations to sort a permutation? You're given an integer array nums of length n, where nums is a permutation of the integers from 0 to n minus 1. You may perform only the following operations. Reverse the entire array. Rotate left by 1. What? Move the first element to the end of the array and the rest of the elements left by 1 position. Return an integer denoting the minimum number of operations required to sort the array in increasing order. If it is not possible to sort the array using only the given operations, return -1. All right, let's see what reversing the array really means. So if we have these numbers, Rotating it left by 1 would be like that. Reversing it, reversing it would be like this. And then rotating it left while it's reversed would be like that. Let me make this bigger, man. Maybe I'll see a pattern if it's a little bit bigger. So reversing it. Are you doing competitive programming or general programming? I don't think I'm very competitive. So I'd say I'm more general programming than competitive programming. Alright, if we rotated this by 1, it's like that. And if we rotated this one by 1, it's like that. So reverse and rotate by 1. I'm trying to think if there is like a way to get this to look like that. Without doing the whole reverse thing, you know, like can we just rearrange 1 2 3 4 to make it look like 3 2 1 4 3 2. So it'd be the whole array reversed. Oh, so it would just be like reverse this part up to n-1. So basically, the moves boil down to, I mean, it's like a reverse still. Reversing that or shifting it. I don't know yet. Minimum number of operations required to sort the array in increasing order. 0, 2, 1. Alright, 1 is not in order, so what do we do? There's some 10 to the 5th. Man, my brain is slowing down for the night, man. I don't know. So you're saying we rotate it by 1 and then reverse. Rotate by 1, 2 1 0, and then you reverse. Let's look at example 2, 102. Reverse the array. Then you rotate by 1. Alright, so anytime you have to rotate something, we know that we can double up the sequence, and then we'll find the rotated sequence in that doubled array. So let me see if we can figure out something based on that. So this is 0 2 1 is it. So we should find 2 1 0, and although it's not increasing, it is decreasing. So then we can know that if we find the decreasing thing, we can just reverse it, right? Pets, hello world. What is poppin', man? It's me, Simon. Been away for a minute. Now I'm struggling with every LeetCode problem that I attempt. Can you guide me? I am a third year B.Tech student from India. Which language good, Java or C++? And any personal suggestion regarding SDE? Man, I don't know if I can give you much great advice about which language to choose, because I think that's a bit personal. I like C++ because when I wanted a job, I really, really wanted to work on like a large system that gets a lot of queries, or, like infrastructure stuff that gets just so much traffic. And I think mostly for places that receive a lot of traffic like that, those things are made in C++. So that's why I chose C++, because I wanted to work in systems like that. But there are also a lot of applications that use Java. So I guess it depends on what type of programmer you want to be, man. If you want to make like products and whatnot, maybe Java is good. Java is more versatile, I'd say. If you want to work on infrastructure things or super high performance things, C++ is the way. That's what I would say. So it really depends on what you want. And it requires a lot of studying, I think. But I'm not sure how to navigate today's world, man, with all the AI advancements coming in hot. I honestly don't know what I'd be doing. Maybe it's good to know like the fundamentals more than ever before now. Maybe not. Not sure. But I can't imagine like knowing computer science and knowing like math very well. I can't imagine that being a bad thing in the future. You know? So I personally don't think you can go wrong if you know like math. I think math has been relevant for a long time, and I don't think it's going away. So do whatever you want, really. Anyways, I don't know how to solve this problem. Should I skip? Alright, how can we know if it is impossible? Maybe it's impossible if when we double it, there's nothing that's good. Like this one, window of size 4, that's already sorted whether it's descending or ascending, does not exist. So maybe we can say it's not possible. But if the window or if the thing exists, let me just see. This one exists right here, 210, or yeah, 210. But then we'd have to reverse it. So it's like, maybe we find that array and then it's the distance from there to there. Or if it's this way, then it's that distance. If this way, it's this distance. Perhaps that might. Let me look at example 1. So this one, we have. I guess it's right here, 0, 1, 2. But right now it's in descending order. How do we know how to get that, man? I guess you rotate one and you reverse. I feel like it's something like that, man, but it's hard. It's hard for me to know for sure. Man, I don't know what this is. Next greater elements. Let's get starts. Show after how much rotation it gets sorted. After each rotation, we check it's sorted with sorted function, else reversing it. I'm not sure what you're saying. What do you guys think? Should I just try something? Because I don't really know. Alright, first is I'm going to make a double array. How do I do that? Can I just do that? Plus nums plus num? I don't know if I can actually. So I'll just do this. And I'm thinking if we can't find something, I guess we can do like a monotonic or something. Monotonic stack queue to tell. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. All right, for example 2, 102, 102, right? Let's iterate through. This is the doubled thing right here. And these are indices. So is it like a stack or a queue? All right, so in here, I guess we have 1. How are we gonna do this, man? 0. I don't know if my brain is working enough to try and do this problem, man. I think I spent too much brain juice already. Like, alright, I don't know why I'm thinking about stack or whatever, man. Maybe I can just do it simple, where I'm keeping track of a streak. And if I say, well, maybe I'll start here. I'll say if the current number is greater than the previous number, I increase the streak. Otherwise, I reset to 1. Wait, how to consistently on any coding problem like LeetCode? Any personal suggestion? Hey, that's like, you gotta figure that out on your own. I can tell you what helps me. What always helps me is a little bit of pressure. So if my life is in shambles, or there's like, my back is against the wall and there's nowhere else for me to go except to study or something like that, then I do my best work. But I don't think that's the best way, man, because it puts you under so much extra stress that you don't need that. And some people don't perform well under that stress. But that works for me. Something else that works for me is I always struggle with consistency until maybe when I started to schedule my training. I used to think, yeah, I'll just study whenever I feel like to, you know, just study when the mood hits me. But the mood never hits me, you know what I'm saying? I never actually want to study. So instead, I just blocked out some time, the same time almost every day for me, it's like it used to be 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You don't want it too late where you're tired or anything. You want it like when you're most alert, or at least you have energy left. So I schedule 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and I treated that block of time like it was a part-time job or like some type of commitment that I'd take seriously. If you just set this schedule for yourself, and you don't really tell anybody, then I think it's, unless you're super disciplined, then I think it's easy to break your schedule if no one is watching. So that's why I also decided to stream online on Twitch and YouTube. Like I put my schedule out there, and then I tell the whole world I'm gonna show up every day at this time to study LeetCode. And I think that really helps me. So a combination of the scheduling and also the accountability from like group study, I guess. That's what Twitch or YouTube represents for me. It's like studying with a group instead of studying alone by yourself. So I think the two things I'd say is proper scheduling and find some type of group or partners to study with. A group that is also accountable, you know? And I think that should help. Helps for me. And then sometimes it's hard to see that you're progressing, man, but you just gotta keep on keeping on. Don't skip. There's one thing for certain. You're not gonna progress if you don't study or if you don't practice. So that's for sure, it's not gonna happen. But if you practice, sometimes it's difficult to notice that you're improving or that you're getting better, because it can be so random, these problems sometimes. So like maybe if you take the contest, maybe you have like a bad performance and you think, oh, you're not getting much better. But if you can solve a problem today that you couldn't have solved a month ago or 2 weeks ago, or you learned something, a new technique, or something like that, then I think you're progressing, and you should just keep on keeping on. And it takes a while to truly, like, I guess, master this stuff. I don't think I've mastered anything yet, and I've been studying like for about 5-6 years lightly. Student of ATSIS, what's poppin'? What am I doing today? I'm doing a little LeetCode. I've done a few virtual contests, but I think my brain is slowing down. This is the third virtual contest that I'm taking today. And I don't know if I got it in me, man. I think I see some things what to do for this problem, but to be honest, man, I don't really feel like implementing anything right now. But I will keep on keeping on until I call it quits. Can you show your LeetCode dashboard for motivation? Hey, mine is not so motivating, man. It's pretty bare, but I can tell you that I am not looking for a job. So you shouldn't, this is not me looking for a job, man. This is just me hanging out, chilling. Like, I haven't looked for a job since 2021. This was when I was looking for a job in 2021. Every day, man. But after I got my job, I started working in December 2021. It took a while. Like, I wasn't really training too hard. Maybe here and there. I take frequent breaks, and sometimes I only take the contests or only on the weekends, or but I never go away for too long from LeetCode. I think the longest I've taken away from LeetCode is recently. Maybe this time right here, July to December 2025. This is because I was doing a big move in my life and I quit my job. So 6 months is the longest I've been away from LeetCode. In the 5-6 years I've been training. But I don't train too seriously, man. I train like lightly, and I do more training for social purposes and for fun rather than to like get absolutely the best that I can be. I'm also solving LeetCode problems. How will this benefit me in my professional life? Man, it will benefit you in your professional life, I think, if you want to work at a big tech company. You can get into a big tech company. Like, the algorithm rounds should not be a problem if you get good at LeetCode. It can also benefit you because you can nerd out with the competitive programming nerds a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it might expose you to like reading more code. I don't know if reading code is beneficial in your professional life these days, but before all the AI stuff, man, I'd say learning LeetCode and doing LeetCode all the time has some benefits at work, but it's hard to say what. I guess like I'm more aware of techniques out there that other people do, especially because I do LeetCode in a community. I get to see other people's solutions and see how other people solve things and tricks that people do to optimize stuff. I've used some LeetCode optimizations in my real life job before, like little tricks that I learned from doing algorithms. Not like crazy algorithms, but just tiny things like, say, bucket sort, or like using a vector instead of an unordered map for some problems, like in lowercase English letters. You don't need an unordered map, or things like that. Nothing too crazy, but it does help a little bit. Anyways, thoughts on China open source catching up to Frontier? Steven LF, what's poppin', man? I think that's exciting for us, as consumers at least, maybe. Exciting, could be good, could be bad, I don't know, but it puts pressure on everyone to try and deliver their best work, which is generally good for people using these things because we get higher quality stuff. But I don't know. I still just use mostly Claude. So sometimes I use ChatGPT, but I'd say right now it's like 99% of what I do is Claude. Yeah. I want there to be more competition, I guess, so that we can see how far it goes, man. I imagine if those Chinese open source models become really good and people are able to actually self-host them, then it might be interesting. I don't know why, but it's gonna be interesting to see what like OpenAI and Anthropic do. If they're gonna bust, or if they got some tricks up their sleeves, or what. Where am I from? Right now I live in Canada. Feels like they're going to end our free lunch soon because investors are going to start subsidizing our subscriptions when they realize what's happening. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. Sir, give me an answer. I just answered you, man. I said I live in Canada right now, but originally I'm from Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica. Self-host them with these RAM prices? Yeah, I don't even know how much RAM you need. Alright, for like the new Kimmy thing, I don't think you can self-host that, right? But maybe at some point you can. Maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years. Who knows, Icy Black Deep? Hey, at some points, a computer used to be like a big ass industrial size room. So maybe, all right. There's one thing that I think I should find out, and that is I don't even know how the hell LLMs work, man. I don't know. I was just talking with a friend of mine the other day, and he says, like, he was interviewing in a bunch of places, and lots of places were asking him to implement a transformer. I'm like, dang, what the heck? I don't even know how a transformer works, man. Maybe I should know how these things work at a very basic level going forward, though. Google spent 45 billion on data centers last quarter. I even got 1 billion. Hey, you paying attention to the earnings, Icy Black Deep? Is that, man? Google is not bumping after earnings, man. Is that because they're spending too much money? Last question. What do you do? I don't do anything, man. This is what I do. I stream LeetCode on Twitch. And I don't have a job, but I'm trying to build like a new LeetCode type site, which I'll probably finish. I shouldn't say finish because I think it's going to be an ongoing thing for a long time, but I'm almost ready to make it available to the public soon. Maybe in the next month or so. Within the next month. I'm working real hard on it, man. I'm working like every day around the clock on this thing, and it's getting to look pretty nice. Any other social media to connect with you? You can find me on Twitch and YouTube, and that's really it. Maybe Instagram, but I don't check them things, man. Time for beta. Hey, it's not even beta yet, man. It's gonna be like super alpha, early access. He gives people job advice on Twitch. Yeah, I don't know if I do a good job at that. Etivium. What's poppin', man? What is that? What kind of animal is that, man? Such a sweet person. Thank you. Alright. Am I all lead coded out for the day? Should we chill out with some easy ones or something? It was my hype for your LeetCode. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. I wonder, can I show my LeetCode here? No, I can't show it. Maybe I'll give you guys a demo in the next week or two. It's not ready for a demo right now, man. I gave a demo a few months ago, but a lot has changed since then. Maybe I'll just upload it like this weekend anyways, and then it's not gonna be a grand opening or a big launch. It's gonna be, how do you say, a soft opening where I just open and I don't tell nobody, and people slowly start to realize I'm not doing LeetCode anymore. I'm doing Algo Blazer. But I have all types of pipelines I'm building for Algo Blazer to get fresh problems. Got lots of multiplayer stuff going on. It's got things, man. We'll see. I'm working a lot on like, I guess a guide or a class, like the lessons for each topic. I'm trying to like write things and basically write editorials or whatever you call them for each topic. I don't know what to do right now. I don't feel like doing any LeetCode anymore, man. LeetCode's too hard these days. Can you say my name, please, man? Why you gotta put me on the spot like that? It's alright. Vaishnavi Singh Rajput. What's happening? Palworld stream? Nah, man. Palworld sucks. I'm tired of that game, but my wife still plays. We have a little server. I'm not gonna, I'll probably play a little bit tonight after I end stream. But I think, alright, I'm like level 50 something in Palworld. But I don't know what else to do, man. I feel like I've caught all the pals that I care about. Done all the dungeons, I guess. You know, I got a big ass base. Got a big multi-story office. I have to do the towers. I don't know. It's getting kind of boring now, man. What's your WPMs? Maybe about like 85. Let's see. I didn't do my daily. Let me do it real quick. Oh, should I go see the Odyssey? Anybody seen the Odyssey? I kind of like those types of movies, man, but I don't know. Daily, he's afraid to face us. Oh, you guys want to do a Type Blazer race? Wait, what was my WPMs there? 84.6. Not very fast. I read the book, not seen the movie. What's happened? A Rice Music. I didn't read the book. My English teacher tried to make us read the book, but I don't think anyone in that class read the book. But hey, isn't the movie out like today, man? Let's see. The Odyssey. Is it bumping? 8.5. 8.5 looks alright. Right? That means it must be a good movie. Should I go watch it? That's a great movie. You seen it? Movie's been out. You gotta be wait, what? You gotta be dedicated to finding a screening. What do you mean it's been out, man? It just came out today. No? Release date. Oh, it's been out, man. It's been out. Huh, July 17th. Alright, maybe I don't keep up with my movie stuff, man. Don't pirate the movie. I only pirate a movie if I can download a nice 4K version, man. I don't like them cam versions with somebody's bootleg camera in the movie theater, man. But if somebody leaked it, I'd pirate it, maybe. Maybe. I don't know yet. If you developed a website like this old theme look like, any reason for that? What? You're saying Type Blazer looks like some old crusty website? Any reason for that? I guess I'm old and crusty, man. I like those types of things. The movie looks good when watched on a big screen. Otherwise, it doesn't look good on a small screen. Alright, so people like it, the Odyssey. Maybe I'll go watch it. Maybe I'll go watch it tomorrow. You never know. Anyways, what are we gonna do, man? Are we gonna do... Should we chill? Should we do one problem? Should we do 1-0 track? 1700 to 2000 0 track. 1750. I'll do that. No, let me regenerate. No, 19. Let me take the 1750, man. I'll just do the original 1750. I'm not trying to do 1999. All right, 1-0 track. I haven't done this one. And that's it. Any demo website developed by you? Yeah, I guess Type Blazer I made, and my website midnightsimon.com, which I gotta fix some things on this website, man. I've been saying that for a long time, but it's working a little bit. Hey, Chi Impact, what's poppin', man? How are you doing? Have you been streaming recently, or are you on like a break right now? What's going on? So, wait, somebody redeemed the race? Nobody redeemed the race, Icy Black Deep. If you don't like old and crusty, don't go to midnightsimon.com. Yeah. This is my newer version of my website. This is my old version from, I guess I stopped updating it in 2024. But this is my old version. And look, there's Chi Impact. Oh, I can't look on the website. Yeah, I don't see you up on here. So maybe I haven't been streaming lately. Not streaming, I'm traveling currently in Buenos Aires to watch the World Cup final. Dang, what the hell, man? Buenos Aires. World Traveler. That's bumping. Yeah, no spoilers, man. I guess, did you plan that, man? Or did you just happen to be in Argentina? Or like a month ago, you're like, you know what? Argentina is going to make it to the finals. I'm going to go party over there. You know. I watched the World Cup finals. It's kind of boring. Anyways. Yeah. Traveling in South America. I watched the semifinal live in Dallas, waiting until both finals reached and decided on Argentina or Spain. Everything booked the last minute. Dang, that's bumping, man. I didn't know you're into World Cup like that. But I do remember you saying like you've been traveling to like South America a few times and you like it there, you know. I've never been to South America, man. I've always wanted to go to Chile, but that's it. Yeah, there are a couple here. I've never been to anywhere down there, man. Nowhere in Central America either, man. Can you show me your GitHub profile? Hey, I'm not a web developer. I can show you my GitHub profile. Where's my GitHub? Here's my GitHub profile, man. Hey, Robo Dumb in the house. What's bumping? Yeah, heard good things. Yeah, Chile looks real nice. Never made it down there though. This is my GitHub profile, man. I don't really do much. Like, I don't have any public repos or anything. My profile ain't bumping. I've been on vacation for 2 months here, and then I've just recently started back. The new setup, hey, thank you. Let's do Type Racer. Talking about Type Racer, man. When I get back, we'll do a LeetCode contest race on stream or something. Hey, I don't know if I'm that good at LeetCode like that, man. I've been trying to do contests recently, Chi, and I swear I struggle to get Q3, Q4. You know, like maybe I get Q1, Q2, and then after that, who knows? Yeah, man, your Rusty is like my peak ever. You know, but yeah, I'm willing to do some of that stuff, man. When are you getting back? Still on that LeetCode grind? Hey, Robodom, I wouldn't call it a grind because I'm not really grinding for anything. Like, when I do LeetCode, I'm not trying to get better. I'm not learning new things, really. I'm just taking all the knowledge that I already know and seeing how I can use that to solve the puzzles that they give me. So I'm kind of just stagnant, but playing the game at the level that I'm comfortable with, you know. Don't know when I'm at, maybe a month plus. I've got a list of places I'm going. I'll hit you up on Discord. Hey, are you going to do some IRL streams? I wanted to do some IRL streaming when I was traveling, man, but I was too chicken. And I don't think I got it in me. But it seems like a fun thing to do, man. No IRL streams. Yeah, I feel too weird trying to stream out there in public. It's a great way to learn. Hey, Robodom, how you been, man? Forgot everything I learned in math class because I didn't apply it to anything. Yeah, I don't know anything in math either. Are you doing Algo Blazor full-time for now, or are you looking for other things? I'm working on Algo Blazor full-time and more. I'd say more than full-time. I'm working on Algo Blazor. And it will be like this for at least a while, I'd say. On my contract, I have a year and a half left on my contract that I signed when I quit my job. The contract says I'm going to quit my job and not look for any job for at least 2 years. And then after I'm approaching that 2-year mark, I'll reevaluate my life and the situation and see how I've done and decide whether I should go for another year or two or go look for a job again. That is my contract. And it's something that I made to myself. I've been chilling, no coding, been too focused on life stuff. That's good. I've also been not coding because I don't think many people code anymore, Robodom. I think everybody just tells the AI to code these days. Is that like a garden leave thing? No, this is a I quit my job type of thing, and I'm burning through all of my savings until hey, Robodom, thank you very much for the sub. 27 months bumping. Let's have a friendly competition on making YouTube vids. Hey, Pat, if you need a dang accountability partner or something, I think I need it too, man. You gotta hit me up, and we gotta make a schedule for bumping or dropping like YouTube videos or something, man. I don't think YouTube videos is what I'm I don't know. I don't feel comfortable making them, but I know I probably should try and make some. All right, thank you very much, Robodom. Hey, Pat. You've been streaming lately? What you been up to, Pat? Are you still working? I gotta delete this garbage question. You're not working at the moment? No, Robodom. I'm a bum, man. No job, nothing right now. But it's all a part of the plan. I took a voluntary exit, what do they call it? Voluntary exit program. It's basically getting volunteer layoffs, you know, not in education, employment, or training. Am I? Am I? Yeah, I guess so. Am I a neat right now? No, I'm not a neat man. I guess I'm training. You get a pension or you get an unemployment? Man, I get nothing. I'm burning through my savings just being unemployed. That's what I'm doing. But I think I need it, man. It sounds a little crazy, but I think being at Google was detrimental to my work ethic, you know, and I think detrimental to who I want to be. It was too easy, man. It's too many like free stuff, no expectations really. I don't think I really worked hard there, and it's so easy to just coast and not care about anything. What an awful job, yeah. I'd say that was the idea of my dream job before I got it. And then after a few years, I think it just kind of made me feel lame, you know? And I just wanted to do things, but I always have to ask for permission to get something done. Or it takes like weeks just to get like the approval for your design or your projects for the go ahead. And I feel like that's not like the pace I was looking for, man. Mr. Love Pickle, how you doing? Welcome. I got no more bees for you, man. No more bees yet. You've evolved. You want better things? I don't know if it's better, but I'd say different things. Yeah, I also feel like I'm getting old, and if I don't try and leave corporate world, then I think I'd just get stuck there, you know? Like, if I didn't try and leave now, I don't think I'll have the energy or motivation to do it when I'm older and closer to retiring. I was gonna type that no B updates. Yeah, that's a good thing that there's no B updates. Anyways, what are doing some LeetCode? No, we're not. Done with LeetCode today, man. Oh wait, I said I was gonna do this problem on LeetCode and I didn't even open the dang problem, man. Hi, it was 17:50. It was this one. All right, 15 minutes of this. Mad props for you for leaving corporate world. Yeah, that's what some people tell me, man. But I don't know why it's props. I think it's a little, maybe a silly move, but we'll see. I guess the corporate world isn't really trending these days, man. It's not as cool as it sounds, especially like megacorp. Pets, hello world. What was that face for? Alright, real quick. Split array into maximum number of subarrays. You're given an array nums consisting of non-negative integers. We define the score of a subarray nums L through R such that L is less than equal to R as nums L and nums L plus 1 and everything up to nums R, where AND is the bitwise AND operation. Consider splitting the array into one or more subarrays such that the following conditions are satisfied. Each element of the array belongs to exactly one subarray. The sum of scores of the subarrays is minimum possible. Return the maximum number of subarrays in a split that satisfies the condition above. Alright, real quick, let's think. First, when we add two numbers together, the numbers can only become smaller. It will never become bigger. And it's saying how many subarrays to get the minimum, or what? The sum of the scores is the minimum possible. How do we know how to do this? So 1 and 0, 0, 1 and 2, 0. So the minimum score possible is 0. The World Cup was the highlight of the summer. It was so fun. Do you go to like the matches in person, Sir Lord Good? 1997 NSX. What's happened? Is this an interview question? Hey, this is probably an interview question. I'm not sure how to solve it yet, though. I guess we have to figure out what the minimum and is. What the minimum score is. How do we know? Is the minimum score going to be the and of the whole array? Perhaps. Let's look further into that. So I'm going to draw these in bits. So we have 1, we have 0, we have 2, we have 0, we have 1, and we have 2. I mean, I guess it's gonna be the whole thing, right? So the and of the whole thing is 0. So then they're asking, I can do this. They're asking like how many things. So I think it's greedy. First, you and the whole nums array. What did I call this? Target. How do you do this, man? Should I put num 0? So that's our target. And then now I'm just going to AND every single number, and then if it is equal to 0, no. I don't know what to do, man. Just watch it on TV. Do you watch like all the matches or only towards the finals or the knockouts? How's the family doing? You all get a dog yet? Nah. The family's doing great. I don't know if I can talk about these things, but we just got our Canadian papers. At least I have mine because I'm Canadian, but my family doesn't. But now they do. And we talked about getting a cat, man. But after a lot of discussion and thinking, I don't think we can manage a cat, man. It's too much work. I don't need any more animals in this house. Is your family from Jamaica? Yes, I'm from Jamaica. My family's from Jamaica, most of them at least. And we've been in Jamaica for a long time. Towards the final, I wish I watched more from the beginning. I see. 6 bumbleclawed egg? What? Have you seen that meme? No. 6 eggs? What? Got pals, don't need cats too. Yeah. Got too many pals. Hey, Icy Black Deep, are you playing Pal World? Alright, what the heck? Hey, I don't know how to solve this problem, but I think it's... So if it's 0, I guess I want to add it and move on, right? No, it can't be this easy. I think maybe I can solve it, but I don't think I can solve it tonight, man. I really don't think this is how you solve it here. You gotta look it up. It's this lady yelling at her son for making 6 eggs all for himself. 50 eggs is like 50,000 nowadays, yeah. If my boy says he can eat 50 eggs, he can eat 50 eggs. You seen it too? Wait, what? An old movie. What are you talking about? What are y'all talking about, man? This is not right. 100% certain it's wrong. Anyways, I give up. The Chosen One 1080. What's poppin'? LeetCoding is back for now. Yeah, but I gotta go right now though. Anyways, I don't think it's been a super successful LeetCode session today, but I did a few problems, so that's good enough for a little training. Let's see what problems we did today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 problems. Leaving already? Man, it's almost midnight. What you talking about already? But I will be back on Saturday. Yeah, at midnight, I'm out of here. That's what my name means, man. If I'm still around by midnight, that means I gotta go. And I gotta go. Should we do a Type Blazer championship race? I can't wait that long, man. I gotta go. I gotta use the bathroom, so I might as well just leave now. Let me go raid somebody. It's gonna be I am Samir here. Let's go. Alright guys, I gotta get going, but thank you very much for tuning in. Robodom, nice to see you. Thank you very much for stopping by. Everyone from YouTube, see you later. The Chosen One 1080, thank you for stopping by. 1997 NSX, Badman Things, what? Icy Black Deep, see you next time. Sir Lord Good, have a good night. Pat's Hello Worlds, let's make those YouTube videos, man. I'm down. Mr. Love Pickle, have a good day, have a good night wherever you are. Chi Impacts, enjoy your vacationing. Sign X123, thank you very much for tuning in. People from YouTube, Darsh, somebody, fan club, Shivam Raj, adios, and Vaishnavi Singh Rajputs from YouTube. See you guys later, man. And Dita, adios. We're gonna raid Samir right now, and I'll be back again on LeetCode contest day a few hours before the contest. I won't be doing it, but I'll be there. See you next time.